So, I hear that you want to learn how to be like me, Skeletor. Well, I am flattered. What do I look like to you? A teacher? I'm an evil villain. But I will pass you on to someone who I know can teach you. And that is Shanie. So, without further ado, I pass you on to Shanie. Hello!
Hello guys, this is Shanieology. As my pal Skeletor said, today guys, as promised due to a whole bunch of requests, I'm going to attempt my first ever Skeletor tutorial. And I've been wanting to do something like this for a while. I decided, hey, why not? Let's just do it. I'm giving away some trade secrets here, you know? I'm going to put myself out of business. Hopefully you guys won't be able to do it and you won't be able to put me out of business. No, I'm just kidding. I'm happy if you guys learn it. It'd be great. So let's begin. Alright guys, so like anything, right? Doing voices, you know, people always say to me, hey, you know, you're just gifted with it. You're born with the talent. And to a degree, I do believe I do have a certain innate talent, if I do say so myself. But at the same time, I do think that there are ways to learn how to do it as well. I don't think it's just purely strictly talent. A lot of it is hard work. People think I just pick it up like this, right? And I just hear it and that's it, I can regurgitate it. And sometimes I can, I'm not gonna lie to you, sometimes I can. And in fact, Skeletor is one of those voices where I actually did pick it up pretty quickly. But mind you, it's probably also because I've learned the technique that I learned how to do over years of doing it, so it's now become instinctual, right? So what is this technique, Shanie? What is this technique you're talking about? So get your pens, get your computer out, and let's do this thing. Okay, so first what I'm gonna ask you guys to do if you really wanna learn how to do the voice, you're gonna have to find a recording or a video. I mean, thanks to YouTube, there is no shortage of Skeletor videos. Hell, you can even use one of my videos and listen to some of the stuff I say and try and mimic that. And hopefully that'll work for you. But that's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need a sample. A little sample of his voice. Something small. You don't need a big sample. Something like, maybe this.
Stop him, you fools! Oh, why do I surround myself with fools? Come, you fools! Too late, fools! Curse you all! Fool! You blundering fool!
As you can clearly see, Skeletor loves the word fool!
You blundering fool!
So let's start with the word fool, right? Let's start with that word. Hell, let's go a little further. Let's maybe go, you
blundering fool!
Fool. Now, first we're gonna have to get the pitch, right? We're gonna have to get the voice. So if you, like I said, if you have the ear like I do, you can pick it up pretty quickly. But if you don't, I suggest you do something like this where you maybe play with the
do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Play with the pitches, right? So you think what he sounds like. Me, I always put, maybe you're yawning, or
Yeah, see? Yeah.
right? Just whatever in your head. If you could get it, I find that the sound comes from here. Like I hold my breath and it's from there. And that's where you start, right? You start with the sound, right? You can play with it, but make sure, guys, before. Maybe I should have started with this. If you guys live alone, you're good, you're great, unless you have neighbors. But people who want to do impressions or actors in general do a lot of practicing. And this practicing can get kind of annoying for people around you. So probably want to do it alone or in the shower. And if you're not alone in the house and you're taking a shower and then people walk by the shower and you're hearing people go, well, that's just the ABCs of the trade. I did a lot of that growing up and people would yell at me, tell me to shut the hell up. Are you making strange noises again, Shane? Anyway, it's probably better if you do it alone. But if you don't mind annoying people, well, then do it anywhere you want. But that's just a side note, because it can get obnoxious. Because it's about repetition, guys. And that's sort of the thing. It is about repetition. It's about doing it till you get it right. And like I've said, sometimes I get it right off the bat, like this, for instance, and then sometimes it takes a really long time. Back in the day, I did a Mr. Furley. You know, and Mr. Furley was, if you guys don't know, was Don Knotts, and that took forever for me to get that pitch, right? I'm not even sure I can do it now because it's been so long, but, alright then, Jack! Where's Janet and Chris? When I used to do that, and it took forever to learn. But anyway, it's been a while since I did that voice. I'm not even sure I did it as good as I normally would. But that's what, yeah, it's about repetition, so remember that. So get your sample, and in this case, we're gonna do,
I just like to say, nah, you fool!
Start with that.
Nah, you fool!
The reason I'm starting with, nah, is so that you can get the tone. I think it's easier if you do it like that. So if you just practice,
nah, you fool!
Now, another thing about doing voices, and it is a lot like acting, is that it's not just about doing the voices. It's about getting the inflections. For me, that's the meat and potato of the impression, is learning how, not just how the character would say it, not the voice, but how he would say it in his inflections, in his tone, right? And that comes from understanding the character itself, which is a form of acting. You gotta learn about the character, who Skeletor is, why he would do it, what he would say in the specific situation, right? I mean, I've watched Skeletor since I was a kid, so it was easier for me. But if you don't know anything about Skeletor, I suggest watch He-Man shows and just watch how he says things to certain people.
Like when he says fool, it's usually out of rage, and he's screaming, "You fool!" He's not gonna say, "Oh, you fool, what's going on, fools?"
Right? Every person has a different way they speak, right? You may have a similar type of voice, but what makes it different is the way they speak, right?
So when Skeletor, sometimes when he's really angry, he speaks really fast, and then sometimes when he wants to make dramatic effect, he speaks slowly.
It all depends on the scene, what his mood is, and that's all things you got to pay attention to. Watch for the inflections, watch where he puts his emphasis, because you don't want to put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable and it won't sound right? Like, for example, if you just master the voice, right, and you say, "Well, I got the voice is amazing, look how great the voice sounds," that's not how he sounds, right? You're going, "Hi, I'm Skeletor, I eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for lunch," right? But the voice is good, right? Sounds like Skeletor, but for some reason it just doesn't have his personality, doesn't have his character. So you got to give it character, you got to give it personality, and that only comes from studying him and from going to know how he would say something.
"I am going to the kitchen, and my daughter's going to get the peanut butter and the jam and make myself a sandwich, and none of you fools better get in my way."
That's how he would say it. So there's different ways he uses his voice. So watch for that. So that comes from studying too, that comes from watching it, comes from paying attention. I know a lot of people are like, "I don't want to do all this stuff. That's too much work." Well, that's what it takes. Unfortunately, I can't teach you guys to be magical. I can only teach you guys the techniques, right? So, number one, get the pitch.
Try ups and down to get the voice, like
right? Get that sentence.
You fool!
And say it over and over and over and over again until you nail it. Sorry guys, when I recorded this the first time, I kind of forgot a key element, which was the next phase. Once you've mastered this, once you've done the repetition and you've done it, do it again, repeat the same process. Get a more complicated sentence and try to nail that one. I do at least 3 or 4 different types of sentences. You can say,
"I'm going to conquer Castle Grayskull."
Just repeat that.
"I'm going to conquer Castle Grayskull."
Just do that over and over again. Just keep repeating that process. You know, it'll just come natural after that point. So anyway, key element, missed it the first time around. So there you go. What else? What else can I say about this? Yeah, it's not good for picking up chicks. So don't try that. You're not gonna go up to go,
"Hey you fool, why don't you go out with me? I'm Skeletor."
It's funny and it's fun. It's something you can do at parties. But like I said, that's the technique. Anyway, guys, I hope this helps. If you guys have any other questions about how to do it or any other questions, put it on the bottom, like, right? And so I'll answer them. If you say, like, "Hey, I don't get what you mean by this," I'll help you with that too, guys. So that's pretty much all I could really do to help you guys. I hope you guys have fun with this. I wish you guys a whole lot of luck. Not too much luck, because I don't want you to put me out of business. But some luck. I'm just kidding. More power to you guys. Hope it works for you. And let me know if there's any other impression you want to learn that I can do. You can see my long category list of impressions. They're there on the playlist, so you can see them. Anyway, I guess that's all I got to say for now. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, leave a comment, and please don't forget to subscribe to old Shanieology. It would surely help me a lot.
And Skeletor as well. If you want to see Skeletor conquer YouTube, you need to subscribe.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Till next time, take care now. Bye-bye then.
Well, my job's done. Glad I could help.